Hey, everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for your needs, and brought to you by official sponsor, The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Moses Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We're here with a terrific gentleman who's the CEO and founder of a very successful company. He's a successful businessman and executive. He founded a multi-million-dollar company connecting small and medium-sized businesses with top flight support. And this takes to a whole new level in the area we're going to talk about. And his mission is helping one another like family and helping this wonderful group of people with a retirement and giving back to the community. And he also assists in social media management, building websites, various administrative tasks, and more. And these guys aren't your typical. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Utah, the CEO and founder of a very successful company called Cyberbacker, ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented Craig Goodliffe. Craig, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for letting me be here.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Craig. And before we talk about your company, and first of all, what exactly is a cyberbacker?
Well, it's someone who's basically working in this cyber world who has your back. And I've always got someone with me. In fact, like real quick right here on the other screen, this is my wonderful assistant, Jen.
Hi, Jen. Hello. Can she hear us right now?
Yeah.
Oh, she did. Hi.
Yeah.
I see you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi. Can you say hello, Jen? I mean, can she speak? Can she say hello?
Yeah.
Oh, not yet. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Hello. Okay. I think I heard a sound. That's good. So if she wants to join on the conversation, that's fine too. And get some cyberbackers, you can do that as well too. So you've got a great product out there, and I could use some cyberbackers, and we'll find out how, if you need a cyberbacker or not. You're a CEO and founder of and a successful businessman, executive. You found the multi-million-dollar company connecting small and mid-sized businesses with top flight support. And your mission is helping one another like family, and helping cyberbackers with retirement, and also giving back to the community. And you guys assist in social media management, building websites, various administrative tasks, and more. And your company is called Cyberbacker, and truly a great company out there. And from what I can see, this is a wonderful product. And before getting to all that, Craig, tell us how you first got started.
Well, as weird as it sounds, I need help following my schedule because there's a lot of times I'd be talking to someone and say, let me do this for you. I'll take care of this. And whatever it is, what happens is your task list starts piling up, and some things you forget and some things you just don't do. And what I looked at was my son, and he had babysit. It says, okay, now it's time to wake up, and now it's time to eat, and now it's time to play, and just basically manage his schedule. And I thought, what would happen if someone managed me and they managed my digital world? So Jen, my wonderful cyberbacker, is with me from when I start working to when I'm done. And if I tell you right now, Mike, I'm going to do something for you, she makes sure that I don't leave the day until I complete all my promises, because one of my biggest values that I thrive on is integrity. And when you have someone going ahead and saying, okay, you said you're going to do this, let's do this. And I was able to do that. I was able to get more done out of the day.
That's interesting. And does ordering a pizza count, or does that add to the too much to do list?
We haven't done that, but technically she can do anything that doesn't require a license or certification, and some physical presence tasks. We have a telepresence robot that I've been able to put Jen in, and if I need to, she can follow me around the office and she can control it from where she's located, which is the Philippines.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, are the majority based in the Philippines, or do you have some people working up here in the U.S., especially in Utah?
Yeah, we have people here in Utah in our building and whatnot. Primarily, most people we have hired are in the Philippines. And the reason is there's just less job opportunities. In fact, before it used to be when you'd call, you'd go ahead, and I know a lot of us get frustrated, but they'd transfer you to the Philippines if you're calling like your credit card company. And I can remember being transferred because I lost my credit card. I frequently do. I'll leave it in the little fold thing at dinner. And last time I called it, I noticed that it was just all AI. And I was able to call it, request a new card, and there's people over there that have dedicated a lot of hours staying up nights to go ahead and take calls from people here in the US, and the pay is not awesome, and they're away from their family. And as we start to see those jobs kind of shrink a little bit as we're bringing a lot of those back to the US, there's a lot of great people out there that they want to be able to work and make good money and take care of their family. And here in the US, we have a very, very low 3.8% unemployment, which is considered full employment, which, yay for us, that's great. It means jobs are out there. But if you're a smaller emerging business, finding someone to do a great job for you, anyone, it gets hard.
Mm. I could see that right now. And if you're a small or medium business out there, you might want to pay attention to this one. And what was it one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career, especially Cyberbacker?
Well, one specific moment was I needed help back in 20, I guess to be 2012, advertising on Craigslist. And so I posted an ad for an assistant, and the person that replied was Daphne in the Philippines. And she says, I can help you with this. And I went, You're in the Philippines. How's this going to work? And we had a conversation, and it works beautifully. She's worked with me for over 10 years now. And that was the first step in. I mean, before that, I didn't know where the Philippines was on a globe. I mean, I'd heard of it, but if you put a globe in front of me and said, find it, I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty life changing when I went ahead and experienced that.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you hired, what was it, Daphne? You say in the Philippines, and how did she manage to manage your task before the whole cyberbacker became so big? It's like this wasn't really heard of like a while back. It's like how was she able to manage your task back then?
Yeah, for her back then, it was just I was going to send her pictures, descriptions, and things like that, and I was going to have her advertise on classified websites like Craigslist, and that's exactly what we hired her to do. It wasn't until about 2015 I thought, hey, I need an assistant for me to keep me on track. But we started having a few tasks being done by people in the Philippines, and I had an in-office assistant that came to me once, and she says, "Listen, I'm just going to be very honest with you. You've hired a few people from the Philippines who are outworking me. I can't keep up. They're intelligent, they're hardworking, and I don't see a future for me here. I don't think you need me." And she said, "So I'm going to quit," and she did. And we went ahead and we had an all remote team, and it worked out pretty good.
That's really interesting. How do you think the Philippine workers are different from the U.S. workers from your perspective?
Well, culture is a little bit different. I noticed that they're very, very, very caring, very, very family based, where they take care of their parents, their kids, their aunts, their uncles, nieces, nephews. Sometimes they'll live together, and they're doing that. We're here in the U.S. I mean, we typically don't have that many family members living with us, and so there's a lot of different people in there. And financially, they really want to work. There's a strong desire to go to work and to do a great job, and it's amazing.
Mhm. That certainly is amazing as well, too. And of course, speaking about retirement, giving back, and all being one happy family, we'll continue that with your mission statement and more about Cyberback with Craig Goodliffe. But first, you listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international war ring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews, and Eve 11 enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassie, Forbes, Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for it goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com or for 40 podcast platforms. Heard in over 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, and also heard on Hamilton Radio every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, BitChute, Rumble, and more. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Also t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. I'll support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you do so today. We're here with the CEO and founder of Cyberbacker, Craig Goodliffe, here on the Mike Wagner Show. I guess you're kind of like the chief Cyberbacker, and you also managed to form a community where you have a retirement, you help one another, you give back, and everything else. Now was this like their idea of like the giving back and everything, or how much part of it did you play in it?
Well, We had a wonderful, fun time where we were using PayPal to move money back and forth. And PayPal sent us an email saying, we're keeping your money, which is $136,000, and choosing not to do business with you for 180 days. And so we had a time where I said, okay, we got to figure this out because we'd collected from our clients, but we hadn't paid our cyberbackers yet. So I went to the Philippines and I was kind of at an ultimate low. And I saw one of the street children over there selling a sampaguita flower, which is they wander through traffic, if you've ever been, selling these flowers just so they have food. And I was thinking, I'm like, why aren't the people I'm working with, why aren't they solving this? Why aren't they doing something about their country? And I realized they're already doing everything they can. And there's no way for them to retire and be able to retire with dignity. And so at some point, I know they would help out. I didn't know they'd do things. And so I said, how do we put together a plan where they can profit share? How do we put together something where they can go ahead and grow here? And then so in that sad moment where we're working through this, we said, okay, well, let's figure out how to make a profit share plan. So we built it. And the first year, I had a goal to just profit share $50,000. I thought if we can do that, we'll have done something, which was awesome because we'd never made profit. But we went ahead in that first year, Mike, we profit shared $226,000.
Nice.
Way over goal. And second year of profit share, which is 2021, last year, we profit shared $647,000. And I was pretty proud of our team for being able to do that. It was exciting.
That sounds very exciting too. And what type of profit sharing is, like a 401k, a 403, or what type is it? And how does the profit sharing in the Philippines is different from the US, like in rates and how much money you get in return and everything like that?
No, this is it is our own company's profit share. It's not structured of anything. It's just us going ahead and saying, okay, here's how we calculate profit. Here's how we calculate distribution. And after they get it every month. And after 5 years, there's a vesting period. And so after 5 years, they can leave. And the goal is to have everyone on average profit share $333.33, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 15,000 cyberbackers at 5 million years, kind of how it breaks down on an average. And if we can do that, that's enough to sustain a basic level of living in the Philippines for one person to take care of themselves.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's how we kind of arrived at that number, because we'd like to go ahead and pay everyone more, but we got to hit some minimums first.
And I can see that too. You also put them to task too, like with social media management, building websites, and all kinds of administrative tasks. And also, what are some other things that cyberbackers do?
Well, anything that doesn't require a license or a physical presence is what we say. So we've had bookkeeping, accounts receivable, accounts payable. We've got your promise keeper, which is Jen, who sits there making sure people, if they tell someone they're going to do something, if I'm going to dial a phone call, Jen's right there. And if I tell someone I'm going to do something, she makes sure it gets done. But basically, almost any administrative task doesn't require a license and certification, we can absolutely do. Social media is a big one for a lot of businesses. They don't want to get into reviews and Google reviews, but someone has to respond to those and keep you relevant. So they manage your digital presence. And those are some of the major things that we do.
And what about handling your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and all the social media accounts as well? Do you handle those, and how they handle them?
Yeah, they've got a different method based on your strategy. So they ask you a series of questions and saying, what do you want to have happen? I mean, you can tell when I've managed my own social media without help because it's not very good. And when it does look good, it's because I've got a great team who've went out there and said, okay, we're going to do this, 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 this. And so some of my own stunts, they don't let me do anymore because it doesn't look in alignment with my digital image. But yeah, I mean, there's this app called Rescue Time, and I once ran it, and it told me that I was using 32 hours on social media every week. And that's like an unpaid part-time job. And I looked at where I was using it. It was mostly in Messenger, where I was communicating with clients and different things who they basically had the same questions over and over again. So we started with just creating an FAQ and having someone being able to respond to my social media, and just saving time in just Facebook Messenger helped. Making sure that if something needed to be delegated, done, or whatever happened, it did. And people left there feeling like, it was prompt and clear communication.
And what are some of the tasks that cyberbackers do?
That's going to be a lot of what they do, that social media, that handling the digital presence, handling email. Mike, if you call me right now, a cyberbacker is going to answer my phone If you text me, yeah. If you send me a text message, someone's going to make sure it gets responded to, and they're going to filter out for a lot of business professionals all the noise and all the communication out there, so you'll never pay attention to what really matters. And your client out there is just feeling like you're really on top of them and they're taken care of, and you're able to provide better customer service.
And what does it take to be a cyberbacker? And does it require a special training to be a cyberbacker?
Well, we get on average about 20,000 applicants per week. We're only able to get through about 5,000 interviews per week. And based on technology and everything, we only hire about 1%, unfortunately. Wow. Less than 1%. So right now, one of the things we're doing about that's in Davao, we've launched our first hub, which is a place with computers, internet, and everything where people can go in and go to work until they can save the money and have everything set to where we know they're worth investing in and they can go work from home. So, but that's one of the things. Ideally, we'd like to open up more. And so we're working through that process to have multiple places people can go to work and then eventually move to working home from there with your family.
And what does it take to be a cyberbacker?
It starts off with character. We've got a bunch of different assessments. We want to make sure that you're intelligent, telling the truth, problem solving, things like that. So there's a couple assessments that we have people take, and then we go ahead and we check for what your tech looks like, knowledge comprehension, education, things like that. And then from there, we look at our clients who've reached out and said, okay, here's what I'm looking for. And we kind of play matchmaker. And we go ahead and match the client with someone perfect to them. We actually give them 5 choices and they pick the best one that they want to explore the process with. We've already gone through, filtered, we've done some training with them. And then once they're paired with the client, the training gets more in-depth and specific to exactly what they're being hired for.
And do you guys administer the Brigg-Myers test and some of the other tests out there too? Do you guys administer that to the potential cyberbackers?
We don't do the Myers-Briggs. I'm familiar with that one. Great assessment. We've looked for some that there's the least amount of information online, so people really can't swing that on how it works. So we've got our own assessments developed. We've got one that's called the Y assessment, and then another one that's the CBPA or Cyberbacker Personality Assessment. And it just says how you work. And then we try to mirror you with a client who works the way you work. The Y assessment's basically what you see as valuable forms of compensation. Because for some people, it's altruism. Like they want to make money, but they also want to feel like they're giving back. And for some people, it's education and they want to feel like they're making money, but also they're being educated. And we can make sure that our client and our cyberbacker are in alignment on that. It creates a really synergistic partnership.
Now, do you guys provide training or also have an academy for cyberbackers?
Yeah, we've got head backers and we've got close to about 400 of them right now. Each of them teach 2 classes a month. And so that gives us about 800 training classes. And then we've got over 5,000 recorded hours. And then each head backer has different people that they have a one-on-one with. So on average, they'll have about 5 that they'll work with. And they're helping that person become better. And they're teaching them things, which helps them understand it better.
That's rather interesting. I seem to like this concept and giving people opportunities, especially in this economic time and everything else. And of course, also cyberbacker as well too, that and is like, also tuition reimbursement. And what are some of the other benefits that a cyberbacker can expect or get for working as a cyberbacker?
Well, so we've got health benefits. They've got something right there. But one of the other things that people told us they said, we're making good money, but we go into a bank and they find out we're working for a U.S. company with work being done in the U.S. And we have entities in the Philippines also. But still at the same time, we're less recognized because their output of work is in the US, and that's where the company's based. And so banks in the beginning were having a hard time with giving our people loans. So we created Cyber Capital, where we loan them money for houses and cars. Our interest rate's better than the banks. We always make sure it's less. And then we profit share the interest.
And what about the steps in terms of management as well, too? Growth opportunities like cyberbacker, supervisor or assistant supervisor, manager, and work your way up to the chain.
Yeah, we've got our vice president of career who runs our entire career division, started out just a regular, was one of the, I think, first 20 people we hired, just a cyberbacker working with a client, and then just gradually came in and just worked their way up. And it was very, very impressive. So we've got right now in the company 9 vice presidents, and every one of them have started from somewhere and just worked their way up. The president of the company, people are surprised I've got a female from the Philippines president who is in charge of everything as far as those operations and whatnot go. But yeah, she worked her way up she did everything.
Wow. Even ordering pizza.
If you call my number right now, my cell phone, we've got a great concierge team that answers. And if you said, "Will you order me a pizza?" they would order you a pizza.
Ah, that's really interesting. I like Cyber Pizza. I think I know what I want. We can talk about it afterwards. And 9 vice presidents, I was astounded by that number. It's like 9 vice presidents. That's like even unheard of. And there's barely any turnover in the company.
Yeah, we've got them pretty happy, but it's because with scale, we had to build in scale pretty rapidly, which is why we needed people able to make executive decisions for their division. And so we've got each vice president has multiple directors that report to them, and they're in charge of each initiative because everything's very assembly line. You do one task, you make sure it gets done, and then you pass it to the next person. And if that person's out, it's easy for the other people on the other side of the assembly line to fill that position. Slows it down.
It's really interesting too. And of course, another question that came to mind: what was the most unusual task that your cyberbackers have encountered, and how do they manage it? What was the most unusual task that you knew of that they managed to pull off?
Gosh, it's probably one of mine. But when you look at the way we came up with our profit share program, we had a few things we wanted to model. They built it, and that was pretty impressive. That wouldn't be that weird though. But I mean, let's see. Oh, what's one of the weirdest ones? I think going ahead and telling them that we did a convention back in February, and we were trying to go ahead and make it so they were more real, more lifelike. So we took a tablet, we put it on a stand, we put a mannequin body below it, and then we could have people at our convention that were our cyberbackers. They just were in Zoom using a tablet as a face. We were pretty excited. And I says, if you guys do a good job, you get legs.
You get legs? I like that.
So we went ahead, and before it was over, we had already found telepresence robots. We'd already went ahead and looked at. They reached out to a great company that we said, hey, we want to go ahead and have telepresence robots. We're able to use them. And sure enough, we have telepresence robots. So at the convention in August, we had them with wheels able to drive around and experience the convention.
Oh, that's so neat. I would love to see that. And if I can bring your cyberbacker Jenny on board, if we can maybe get the tablet here. Is she available if I could ask her a question, or she can ask me a question? Is she available?
Yeah. Jen, can you hear? I'm cranking your volume up, Jen.
Yes, Craig.
Okay. Hey, Jen. Hey, Jen, we got a question for you as well, too. And how'd you first get started with the company? And tell us about how you did. We'd love to hear about your background.
How'd you get started, Jen?
I was hired as a cyberbacker. I handled career for about 11 months before I transitioned to becoming Craig's cyberbacker.
Okay. Okay. All right. And also,
I've been working in the call center for 11 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then what else have you done as well, too? What else can we know more about you, Jen? Okay.
What else? Before the call center, what'd you do?
I worked as a supervisor for a manufacturing company and electronics company.
What company?
Texas Instruments.
Texas Instruments, the wonderful calculators. I love those things.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those Texas Instruments where you had the old analog, you were spell show. Oh, using numbers. What was it? 77345 I remember that.
Yep.
All right. And then Jen, one more thing. Can you order us a pizza as well?
Sorry?
Can you order us pizza as well?
Of course I can.
We'll put an order later for you as well, too. And what's coming up for Craig Goodliffe of Cyberbacker, we'll find out just 1 minute. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, and brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Me and Motions You Missing. We'll be back with the CEO and founder of Cyberbacker, Craig Goodliffe, after this time out. We're back with Craig Goodliffe, the founder and CEO of Cyberbacker, here on the Mike Wagner Show. A very big thank you, by the way, Jenny, for being on the show. We'd like to wish you all the success as well, too. And good luck with what you do, and enjoy your pizza as well.
Thanks.
It's great to have assistants as well, too. And what else can we expect from you, Craig, in 2023 and beyond?
Well, one of the things that we've been having fun with is getting in and investing in other people's companies and other businesses. So, kind of a funny thing, Mike, I went ahead and bought the building we're in here. And with it, next door from the same owner, we bought a wedding venue. Well, it's a venue
Nice.
that specializes in weddings. Well, so we wanted to take this thing to the next level. And I said, also, we're going to staff it with cyberbackers. Let's just see what they can do. We had from the best records they kept, and they didn't keep awesome records, but they had 87 events their best year. And it's a phenomenal, phenomenal venue, 87 events. In the year we've had it, which it was a full year in November, we've had 178 events, so more than double. We've booked over 240 events. And the way that we were able to do that is with a team of 3 cyberbackers. One handles all the numbers, all the accounting, accounts receivable, accounts payable, agreements, when someone's going to use our venue, all that stuff. Another one goes ahead and it's customer relations, handles interactions, coordinating, things like that. But the social media position we're very impressed with, because we had someone who came in and said, hey, I've got an idea. When someone changes their status on Facebook to engaged within a 25-mile radius, we're going to make sure we have content that's in front of them, inviting them to come to our facilities for their special day. And that was the thing that made the big difference. And if we hadn't hired someone who knew social media, we're going off my skills and my logic, we wouldn't have done that. But we found someone in the Philippines who's able to do that. And that's one of the biggest reasons we've been as successful as we have with it.
That's really interesting. By the way, for those who are getting engaged, congratulations. We want to say that. So, oh, that's so amazing. It's having some venues with Cyberbacker and everything as well, too. And if anybody's interested in being a Cyberbacker, how do they apply and what's the website they go to apply?
Cyberbacker.com.
All right. We'll certainly check that out. For those who are looking for work, make sure you go to that website and sign up as well, too, and see if you can get on the list and see if you qualify. We're here with Craig Goodliffe, the CEO and founder of Cyberbacker on the Mike Wagner Show. And just a couple more things, Craig. Who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Gary Keller, which he is the founder of Keller Williams. He wrote a great book called The One Thing. Dear, dear friend. And a lot of his insight knowledge and just conversations off the cuff. He's very big on entrepreneurs and helping them be successful. And he's been just wonderfully supportive.
Very true. It sounds amazing. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
The thing I tell a lot of our people is just because you started somewhere in life doesn't mean that's where you're going to end up. And we've seen a lot of people in our company go ahead and they're living lives they never dreamed possible. And like Jen here went ahead and bought a hectare of land. She went ahead and paid to have her parents have them a home built.
Wow.
She's been able to put her siblings through school. She's done just, I'm exceptionally proud of her because she's just done the most amazing things.
It sounds amazing too, and all the best as well too. That's, I mean, such a great story. I gotta say that. And for those who are looking for work, you just go to cyberbacker.com. We're here with the CEO and founder of Cyberbacker, Craig Goodliffe, here on the Mike Wagner Show. Craig, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Learned a lot from you along with Jen. Looking forward to have you guys in soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. And once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? And where can simply people check you out, inquire, or how to become a Cyberbacker?
Yeah, cyberbacker.com is the best place. You can also find me on social media. I have pretty much the handle of just my name, Craig Goodliffe, no spaces, on about everything.
And certainly do as well. Once again, Craig, a very big thank you for your time along with Jen. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to you soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love having you back and wish you all best. And Craig, you definitely have a great future ahead of you, along with your Cyberbackers.
Thanks, Mike.